everyone, it's Misty here. Thank you so much for joining me. In today's video, I have an update for you. I've seen the new neurologist and I saw my immunologist and I have some things to share. Before we get into that though, I want to share my new favorite jeans. So if you followed me at all for the last year, you know that I've complained more than once that I feel like I'm in between a 24 and a 22 US plus size and they just don't make a 23. So I wore my 24s to the doctor and Rob was walking behind me and hacking them up every so often because I have my rollator. But when I did my PFT, my pulmonary function test, he wasn't with me and I would have to walk 4 steps, pull up my pants, walk 4 steps, pull up my pants. I told her, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Can't do it anymore. So I thought, you know what, let me just pick up a few leggings and hopefully I will get some weight off and some inches off and be able to finally get in my 22s. So I normally wear skinny jeans because I am a tomato on legs. I have a big upper body and my legs in comparison are kind of skinny. And I hate straight leg pants or bootleg, etc. And I also have a really short inseam. Like my inseam is 28. So even when I buy like plus size jeans or whatever, petites at Torrid or Old Navy, I almost always have to get them hemmed. I don't have to do that with skinny jeans. So I was like, okay, I have 22s. They will not go up over my belly. The 24s won't stay up because I don't have a butt. And so I went on Amazon, as you do, and I was looking for leggings, and that led me to jeggings, and that led me to my new favorite pair of jeans. That just so happened to be a Levi. So this is the pair of jeans I'm talking about. I will link them down below. It is not an affiliate link. So you can see it looks like it has a zipper fly, but it doesn't. It is an elastic waistband. These are 22, and I probably could have sized down to a 20. They are super stretchy. They're supposed to be like slimming or flattering or something. I don't remember, but I absolutely love them. I love the color. They are definitely, they're a little bit bigger than a skinny jean from like Old Navy, but I really like them. And I got them on sale for like $29, which is expensive. I know, but yeah. So I also bought a pair of Lees, and I don't love the Lees as much because they are a mid-rise. They're not a mid-rise, they're a low-rise. So, you know, the whole point of this is to buy jeans that I don't have to yank up all the time, and those I still have to yank up. So I love the Levi's. I can't believe Levi's does plus size. That just blows my mind. And again, I will link it down below. I am going to probably get one more pair in a different color, but yeah, these are fantastic. 10 out of 10 would recommend. I've probably already worn them 4 or 5 times. The first time I put them on, I was like, oh, these aren't going to work, but now they're fine. And they're comfortable and they're very stretchy. I will insert a picture of just how much room I have. And again, I probably could have sized down, and maybe in the next pair I buy will be a size down. But if you're someone who's like me, who's kind of in between sizes and you want something that's a bit more comfortable, 10 out of 10 would recommend. And again, I'll link them down below. It's not an affiliate link. But yeah, I love them. Love them more than the Lees. And the Lees were more expensive than these Levi's. So yeah, Rob's going to be mad at me because I took these off the hanger. And he's going to have to put them back. Okay. So I wanted to share those with you because that is the bright spot in the last couple of weeks. Last couple of days. Okay, so the last time I saw you guys, I mentioned how I was going to reach out to 2nd.MD about the back stuff, how I was, you know, I was scheduled to see the new neurologist and then at UT Southwestern and then my immunologist. We're not going to cry. I'm not crying. So the neurologist at UT Southwestern basically said I don't have FSHD. I have 0 symptoms of FSHD, and she doesn't believe the genetic report from the lab. She doesn't believe it. So I don't know how she thinks I don't have any of the symptoms of FSHD. I don't have the shoulder blade sticking out thing. So there are a couple of things I don't have, but that just means I may have a mild case of it. So I was like, okay, then what is it? What is it? And she's like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know. She said, you know, we can We could try to get you in to see a genetic counselor, but that makes, or genetics, the genetics department and blah, 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 blah. And by this point, I don't know how she didn't see smoke coming out of my ears because I was so fucking pissed. So pissed. So she wants me to do another FSHD test, this time through the University of Iowa. Apparently she's the one leading the studies for gene therapy for those who have FSHD. And that is the lab that does all of her stuff. It pissed me off that she kind of poo-pooed the first lab. And I was just like, and I should have said it and I didn't. I was like, that is the lab that the Muscular Dystrophy Association works with. They sponsored my test. So don't come at me with your arrogance and say that this test is wrong when that is the same lab that the MDA works with. So that's some bullcrap bullshit. So she was like, and you've seen 3 other really great neurologists and blah, 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 blah. And at this point, I was just done. D-O-N-E, done. I felt defeated and I felt like, what the actual fuck? So when she left, because she's like, we'll get that all situated. We'll see if if we can get it approved through insurance, blah, 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 blah. And then, they'll call you. And then she didn't ask me to schedule a follow-up. I didn't have to check out, nothing. So her tech comes in to do my vitals, and I said, my blood pressure is going to be high. I said, because I'm pissed. And she was like, okay. And she was like, she's like, give me, 2 weeks to get this approved, and then it'll take a while for them to send you the collection kit, and then you have to send it back. And I found it odd that the tech said that it's not a blood test because the neurologist said it's a blood test, but the tech said it's not. So I don't know, you guys. So Rob and I left. When she left the room, I just looked at him and I said, what the fuck? 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 So we got in the car and I was, like I said, I was just mad. I was mad. It felt like a complete and total waste of time. And I just said, I don't understand. I said, I do not understand. And he's like, I don't know. So here's my plan. If insurance covers the genetic testing and it's not going to be a huge expense, hold on, excuse me. If it's not going to be a huge expense, then I will agree and I will do the genetic testing. If it's going to be an expense, I'm not going to fuck around with it. Here's the thing. Just because this neurologist at UT Southwestern believes that this test is wrong and there's no way I don't have any of it, that's on her. It's in black and white. It's 95% penetrative or whatever. It's in black and white. And I told Rob, I said, I'm done. I said, I'm done. I feel it's FSHD. We got that diagnosis through genetic testing. There's no real treatment for it. There's no drug. There's no anything. So with that being the case, I'm done. I'm 100% done. I'm done with neurologist. I'm just done. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. And I know I've said forever, Missy, why are you chasing a diagnosis? Because I want to be able to treat it. And now knowing the diagnosis and knowing that there isn't a treatment, I don't care. Like, I don't care. This is just going to be my life. And I'm just going to have to live with it. And I'm done with UT Southwestern. I know I've said that before, but I am done. So that was the neurologist. I didn't make a follow-up appointment. She basically poo-pooed all of my symptoms and just, I've been doing this for 20 years and there's no way you have it. Maybe you're a carrier, but there's no way you have it. You don't have any of the symptoms. You don't even have weakness. And I'm just like, what? I'm sorry, what? What? So done. D-O-N-E, done. And I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I'm just over it. I'm so tired. You guys, I'm so tired. I'm so tired of going to doctors. I'm so tired of fighting to be seen and to be heard. I'm tired. I'm so tired. You guys know I'm tired. And now I'm done. So we'll see what happens with this University of Iowa test. I kind of want to do it so it'll come back positive and I can say fuck you and move on about my life, because I'm feeling that spiteful and petty, but I won't. I just won't. So that was that. It was infuriating. Like, pissed. I can't tell you how pissed I am. Like, just mad. And just the arrogance of it all, it just really, really turns me off, because it's like, okay, but yeah, you've been doing this for 20 years, but there is a scale to this. There's a scale to any disease, mild, moderate to, severe. So I just don't know how you can completely discount lab work, but again, I don't care. I don't care. So unless there's other, I told Rob, it's like, I must have the most rare disease of all rare diseases. I must have it, because no one knows. So I'm done. Done with Neurologist. Done with UT Southwestern. I'm done. So on Wednesday I saw my Immunologist, and I took the stuff from UT Southwestern, and I told her, I said, I already had the appointment for the doctor at UT Southwestern before I got my appointment with you. I said, so I just went ahead and went. I said, that way I could talk to her and she could run whatever tests she wanted to, etc. And it would all be right there, and I could probably do it the same day. She said, okay. I said, so, and she was like, well, what did she say? I said, she said I didn't have anything. She said, what? She said I didn't have CVID. She wasn't even concerned that I've had, that I have so many sinus infections. I said, we did a CT scan of my sinuses and everything looked okay. Like, we did the PFT test and apparently that was okay. Like I said, she just basically said there was nothing wrong with me and I'd see you in 6 months. And she said, I respectfully disagree. And I said, okay. She said, your body had zero response to the pneumonia vaccine. And I said, what? She said, no response. No response. She said, your immune system did not respond to this vaccine. She said, so maybe you don't have CVID. She said, but you have a dysregulated immune system, because you're having an autoimmune response, and then you're having no immune response. So it's like, on one side, the healthy stuff is not working, and the not healthy stuff is in overdrive. So I was like, holy crap. She's like, yeah. She said, I'm looking, and she said, you have a little bit in your sinus, it's fine, get a saline wash or whatever, Navage or whatever. And I said, okay. And she said, maybe you want to do, nose spray. I have all of that. I hate it. I'll go back to using it or whatever. She said the PFT was fine. She said there was a difference between me before and after albuterol. But she said, as long as I'm not having any symptoms, then she's not concerned with it. She said, I want to do IVIG. She's like, I said, okay. She said, I don't know if this is being caused because you're on Simponi and methotrexate. She said, and I don't know if this is just from you. And she said, the only way to see if this is you is to take you off those 2 medicines for 6 months. And she said, I don't know that you can manage that. And I said, no, I couldn't. You were crying. No, I couldn't. So she's like, we're going to do another test. This is a very specific, I don't know if it's an antibody test or what it is, but I have to go to LabCorp. They have to freeze it and send it and all of the things. It's very complicated. So I'm going to have that done. And then she's going to look into IVIG. She asked me if I thought I could do it subcutaneously. And she said, you would need a butterfly and you would do this and that and put this hose. And I just looked at her and I was like, she's like, dexterity issues because of rheumatoid arthritis. And I was like, yeah. I said, there's no way in hell I would be able to do all that. I said, if you told me I'm just going to give myself an injection, no problem. I said, but I can't promise that I'm going to be able to, pinch the hose and get it inserted. And I can't ask Rob. He will pass out and just be dead. He hates blood. He hates needles. I can't ask him to do that. And I said, I can't go anywhere either. I said, because I can't drive. And she said, well, we could do, IVIG at home. She said it'll probably be about half the dose that I was getting from the neurologist. It'll just be 1 day a month. And she said, you'll probably be run down the next day. She said, but you should feel fine after that. And she said, we'll be doing some blood work to see how that is helping. And she asked for the name and number of my rheumatologist. She's like, I really feel like we need to work together and try to figure out what's best for you. And I could have kissed her. Like, I was just, I felt like a human. I don't know how else to describe it. I felt like she was advocating for me. Like, she was advocating for me. She and my regular doctor are the only two doctors I felt who have ever advocated for me. She's going to do these tests. She's going to reach out to my rheumatologist. She's doing all of these things, and I just haven't really had that before, and I'm just so appreciative. Even if we had to drive, it was like 45 minutes during rush hour. Thank you very much. But I'm just grateful. I don't know what else to say. So I am officially done with UT Southwestern. The neurologist and now the immunologist who kind of just, disregarded everything. I'm just kind of done. I feel like they should be held to a higher standard than that. But at the same time, I'm just one person and I'm just done. I don't want to fight anymore. I'm tired. So, yeah. And I told the immunologist, I said, it's funny. I said, because about 6 years ago, I posted on Facebook, I need a new immune system. I said, because I'm always sick. Now, us being home with COVID, because of COVID, I only got sick a couple of times, and those were sinus infections, which I don't think that's something that you can pass along. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, I'm just grateful that I have at least 3 doctors. My rheumatologist is pretty good too. So I see her in 4 weeks. I have to go next week to get that blood work drawn. I should have done it yesterday, but I didn't. And it's going to be like 21 degrees on Tuesday. And I'm going to guess that LabCorp is probably going to be closed on Monday. And then they're going to be busy on Tuesday. So I may have to go on Wednesday. But I need to get it done and get it sent off. And I'm going to have to make sure that they know that this is a special case where they have to freeze it and it has to do all the things. So I don't have to repeat it. So yeah. The IVIG is done by weight. So she said, we'll keep an eye on it. She's like, it's no big deal. So yeah, that was it for the immunologist. I looked at Rob and I was like, what? He's like, I don't know. He's like, but at least you got some answers and someone's, doing something. I was like, I know. So the neurologist was a bust, but this immunologist I am grateful for sure. And I'm grateful that, nothing showed up on the neuromuscular panel other than the congenital myasthenic syndrome, and we did the autoimmune, because if we hadn't done that, we wouldn't have found this. And so basically, like I said, my body isn't fighting the healthy way. It's autoimmune, so that means, like I said, the antibodies are in, like my stomach antibodies are in my joints, and when they shouldn't be, and it's causing them to, to deteriorate or whatever. So yeah, that's probably not right, but I don't know. And then last but not least, 2nd.MD. I think we've talked about this before. This is an app, a program that is sponsored by employers. So my husband's employer has given us access to this app, and we've had access to this app since 2017. This will be the 5th or 6th time I've used them. And it's basically a second opinion, 2nd.MD, so 2MD. So I called and had some did an intake, and they were like, okay, we're going to set you up with a nurse. Well, Wednesday after the immunologist, Rob dropped me off to get my nails done. So I got my nails done. We were done. I was like, I really want chicken fried steak. So we went to Cotton Patch. And my phone alarm went off, and I was like, oh my God. I had set my appointment with the nurse at 1, and it was 12:45, and we had just sat down at Cotton Patch. So I had to cancel it, and I did it yesterday, and I talked to her, and she was so nice. So what they do is you talk to a nurse, you kind of go over your symptoms. She decides whether or not it's something that they can help you with. Then she gathers, like, I gave her my neurosurgeon's name and number. I gave her the orthopedic surgeon's name and number. I gave her my pain management doctor's name and number. You know, all of the reports I sent to her. She's going to get the images, etc. And then they have doctors on staff who will look at everything and then tell me what they think I should do. So basically, it really is a second opinion. So when I used this the first time, it was when I was having all of these issues. And I was connected with a neurologist at Columbia, and she said to have a single fiber. And the neurologist referenced that on Wednesday. She's like, or Tuesday, she's like, yeah, I see that, you know, you were connected with the Columbia University neurologist. And I was like, So, yeah, so now we just wait. They have to get all the reports. They have to get everything, the notes and stuff from the doctor. So it may be a couple more months, which is fine. The pain is coming and going. We got a cold front, one cold front already. We're going to get a second Arctic cold front the next couple of days. And I know it's going to be hell on earth, but I'm going to get through it. I'm going to cook some chili and make Rob some sausage and potato soup. And we're just going to go about our lives. I'm going to try to get my craft room clean. I created for the first time. I'll pop a picture up with my card. It's Michael Jackson from Thriller. And it's a Valentine's Day card. It's probably Rob's Valentine's Day card now that I think about it. So yeah, so created for the first time, that was a struggle. Putting on makeup for the first time in a while, that was a struggle. I don't know why this is so warm, because my face it's a very cool tone look. I don't know. So yeah, this is probably all over the place. Yes, I did say chicken fried steak. I had a chicken pot pie today. I have given zero fucks the last couple weeks. And I know, don't come at me in the comments. You guys know, I know. You don't have to say anything. I know. It's what, January the 11th, and the last 11 days have been shit. I'm gonna allow myself to emotionally eat. Plus my therapist and I went through all of my worst childhood memories, and I have just been in a mood ever since. I gotta tell her, if we're gonna do that again, you're gonna have to fix me before you get me, I'm done, because I've been in a mood ever since. So, yeah. I'm off to a good start. I'm doing real good. Okay, friends, that's it. That was a lot. Hopefully it made sense. I guess I'll figure out when I edit. Content going forward, I don't really know. I am going to get back into ketovore, carnivore, low carb, whatever. I was thinking about doing a video of my favorite low carb snacks. If you guys are interested in that, let me know. Or my favorite low carb products. What else? I guess that's it, really. I don't see another doctor until I see my regular doctor on the 31st of January. I've already spent $900 this month on doctors. We talked to that neurologist for less than 10 minutes, and it cost me $366 for a 10-minute appointment that she said was 45 minutes, which was a lying liar who lies. So yeah, anyway, like I said, I'm just done. I'm tired. I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of getting railroaded. I'm tired of, getting answers and other people saying, no, that's not it. I'm just done. Again, there's no treatment for FSHD other than, physical therapy and stuff. And with the back stuff, I'm going to guess that I'll be doing physical therapy if I end up having surgery or whatever. So it's like, I don't know. I just don't care. I have a couple of friends. I know Deb, who's a watcher, said that she's done with doctors. And I have another friend that has, oh crap. Anyway, EDS, I think. I can't remember what it's called, you guys. And she's like, I stopped going to doctors, all of it. And I'm like, I can understand. I am at that point now. Like, I'm at that point now. Because it's like 7 years of my life just trying to figure out what the fuck. And then we figure out what the fuck. And a doctor goes, that's not it. Can't be it. How many times have I heard that? Too many times. So that's going to be it, my friends. I appreciate you joining me. I appreciate you keeping up with me. I'm in such a weird headspace. Like, I'm in such a weird headspace that I don't like it. And then to the point where I think I'm going to call my psychiatrist and be like, I'm ready to switch antidepressants because I don't think this one is working. Like, I haven't moved. Yesterday or the day before was the first time I even sat down in this office and tried to do something. Rob and I were talking on the way home, and I said, yeah, I want to do D-stash. I said, but can't do it today. I said, because I am at the point where I'm like, just burn it all to the ground. Just sell all of it. I don't want any of it. I'm never going to make another card in my life. And I hate feeling that way. You know, it's just, I'll be 46 in April. 46 in April. And it's just, I don't know. I'm just sad that, you know, there's no break. It's just been one thing after another. And I'm tired, you guys. I'm so tired. I know I don't remember who it was, so I apologize. Someone's like, your word needs to be persevere. It's like I'm tired of being resilient. Like, I'm just tired. I'm tired of it all. You know, and I think I mentioned it in my last video where the doctor was like, well, you must have a really high pain tolerance. And it's just like, no, I don't. But, I mean, Rob deserves to have somebody who isn't miserable with him at times. You know what I mean? And it's just, I'm just so tired. Like, just even doing this today, it's 7:30. I meant to get my makeup on and film. I have like 15 videos that I want to film. And I filmed 2. Rob went grocery shopping today. We didn't get milk and bread. We didn't get milk and bread. We are prepared for the Arctic cold front. Rob is just excited to watch football that's in weather. I don't know why he loves that, but he just does. And I don't know. So yeah, that's why we started off with the jeans. Because I was like, I really want to share good. Like, finding light in the darkness is going to be one of my focuses for the entirety of the year, because just how down and defeated I have felt, especially since that neurologist appointment. I feel like I've just been discarded. Like, no one cares. No one cares. No one cares. They don't care about me. They just care about being right. Like, I didn't feel like she was empathetic at all. She just wasn't. And I'm just so disappointed. just so disappointed. And again, $366 for less than 10 minutes of her time was just bullshit. And I'm ready to move on. And if that means that I never know what's wrong with me, then I never know what's wrong with me. If it means that this test comes back and it is active FSHD and she has to eat crow, then she has to eat crow. But I don't know, you guys. I'm just so tired. I should probably film this again. I'm not going to. At least I didn't cry and smear my mascara. So that's it. I'm gonna try to do vlogs, not every day, probably. I don't know yet, you guys. I just honestly don't know. Like I said, I am in not the best headspace, and I really need to see my psychiatrist. I talked to my therapist on Monday, and I'm just gonna tell her, it's like, okay, listen, I can't deal with trauma right now. Like, we can't revisit trauma right now. I'm not in the right headspace for that. Someone recommended a book. I saw your comment. I haven't responded to any comments. I apologize for that. I mentioned I have to do it at my computer, and I haven't really been in here, so I promise I will get better at that. Thank you for being loyal watchers, because honestly, you guys, if it weren't for you, I probably wouldn't have this channel. And who knows where I would be, because I am just struggling. I'll see you when I see you.